Hey everyone, Cody Smith here with Strong Programmer, strongprogrammer.com. Do you want to learn about JavaScript Regular Expressions? Well, in this video, at the end of this video, I'm going to be able to show you a fully working regular expression program. You're going to be able to create it yourself by the following example that I'm about to go in depth to. So, this program will search your HTML document, which I will show you how to create as well in my tutorial, and it will find any matches in your document with the pattern that you create, which is what a regular expression is. It's a pattern or a program in JavaScript that will search text in your document or pages of your website and look for matches, and then it will return what they call a Boolean value, which would be a true or a false. And then you can do a lot of stuff with that Boolean, true or false. You can have conditional statements where your program does certain things or doesn't do certain things. Maybe display certain things to the user, or doesn't display certain things to the user, or let you submit a form or not submit a form. Regular expressions are one of the most powerful things, in my opinion, as a junior JavaScript developer. And this is because a lot of times when you create a form on a website that takes user input, or a program that takes user input, regular expressions are the most powerful thing you can use to help your program get the right kind of information that you want, and to make sure that the user is even in the right ballpark of an area. So you can start a user can start typing on a form, and you can use regular expressions to basically read the text that they're entering on your form input HTML element. You can actually read that with your regular expression in real time, or when they go to click the submit button on the form, and it can pop up some kind of error to the user and say, only word characters are accepted, not number characters, or you entered too many letters if it's a password, or you need a capital letter and special characters for a password, stuff like that. You can tell them exactly what kind of input that your program accepts, and you can tell them if what kind of input they're entering is wrong or not. There's tons of stuff you can do with regular expressions. So let's go ahead and dive right in. This regular expression program won't have any CSS styling to keep it more simple. I'm going to create a basic HTML document, and I'm going to jump straight into it, guys. So we're going to create a program really quick, and we're going to try to keep this video to about 10 minutes from here on out. And at the end of this video, you'll be able to create a regular expression, and you can grow on what I'm about to teach you. You can style it with CSS, and you can and I'm going to have more videos on form input validation, as well as all kinds of different areas of JavaScript regular expressions, and I'm going to teach you every single aspect of it if you subscribe to my channel. Every day from here on out, I'm going to have a video on regular expressions until I cover all of it and master it with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Let's dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you real quick. Okay, and I just opened my favorite text editor, which is Sublime Text. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and create a basic HTML document. Feel free to follow along. Okay, so guys, this is basically, I guess you could say this is the syntax for creating a basic HTML document, and I'm just creating this on my local MacBook. You can create it in any environment that you're using as well, or any computer, in your favorite editor. Basically, I like Sublime Text, and I'm going to show you how to save it and open it live and everything. And we're going to see the program in just a minute. So now that we have the basic document done, let's go ahead and create our script tag. And just to help you guys out a little bit, so that all the colors blend together better, I'm going to go ahead and save this document, and we're going to call it reg exp .html. It can be an HTML document because I'm putting the scripts tagged in the HTML, so we'll still render our JavaScript code in the browser in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and save that to the desktop, and as you can see, the colors are more friendly now, and it'll be easier for you guys to follow along with me. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a little bit of text content in our HTML document, and then I'm going to open it up and show you what it looks like. And I'm going to declare a space tag, and we're going to create one more sentence just so we have a little more text and you can see exactly how it works. Regular expressions can be very fun for matching patterns in text. And guys, this is the most simplest form of an example that we're about to show you. We're going to go ahead and just make this a little bit easier. We'll give this an ID of demo, so it's easier to select for some of you, and that are a little bit newer to JavaScript, you know. But I'm going to go ahead and now what we're going to do is we're going to select this paragraph element so that we can manipulate and read the text that is stored inside this HTML element. So I'm going to do this by selecting the CSS ID, and then later on we'll be able to access the text contents of this. So let's go ahead and save it with Control S, and I'm going to open it up and show you where we're at right now. Minimize that down for you guys, now that you can see everything. So these are the paragraph elements I just created. This is a regular expression program in JavaScript, the first P element. Regular expressions can be very fun for matching patterns in text. So now that you kind of know what the document looks like, keep in mind that this has no CSS styling to keep it more simple. Let's jump back over here. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a constant, and we're going to say select text in document, and we're going to assign that to document.get element by ID, and we're going to give this argument demo. And now we're going to create another constant, and this constant will store our regular expression. Constant Cody's custom pattern, and I'm your host, Cody Smith, guys, so I use Cody, is assigned to the JavaScript regular expression literal. Now, there's 3 different ways to create a regular expression, and I'm going to have videos on all of them. So again, feel free to subscribe, and please hit the bell, and you'll receive notifications as I come out with these on a daily basis. And I'm going to go over each one of the ways to create a regular expression in JavaScript. But the 2 most important that I like are regular expression literal way and the regular expression constructor object. In this video, we're going to be using the literal way. So how you do that is you do a /, and then it would be followed by the pattern, and you do a closing /. And then, as always, since it's a statement, you end it with a semicolon. So basically, the pattern is a set of special characters that have special meaning in JavaScript regular expressions. Please remember that. You know, write a note on that if you're just starting to learn that. There's a lot of symbols in JavaScript that mean there's a lot of characters, I guess you could say, on your keyboard that have a lot of special meaning in JavaScript, depending on what you're working on. In regular expressions, the regular expressions in JavaScript use tons of special characters that all have special meaning that almost specifically relates to regular expressions. So when you're using that to define a regular expression, the JavaScript interpreter knows that it's part of your pattern, and it might not mean what it means in normal JavaScript outside of regular expressions. So that's what the pattern is normally made up of. I just put the word pattern here so that you know the syntax of it. This right here is the syntax for creating a regular expression literal, and it's one of the most common ways you'll see a regular expression declared. So you can also put modifiers on the end of your regular expression, and there's 3 modifiers, and they're also called flags, and the 3 of them are I for case insensitive, G for global, and M for multi-line. And I'm going to have videos on all 3 of those as well, and it's very good to break this down by video because they're so detailed. So I might have a video just covering the 3 of them actually together all in one video. So those are called flags or modifiers again, and there's only 3 of them. And the pattern is made up of a lot of characters. Those are normally broken down by groups, which are brackets, meta characters, and quantifiers. So if you want to learn more about the syntax and how to create the pattern, feel free to keep watching my videos, and this content's going to come out quick, as well as blog content on it as well. So in this program, we're going to make it case insensitive, and it's going to be a global search. So we're going to put 2 flags, or also called modifiers, in the end right here. And then we're going to give it the pattern regular expressions. We're not going to use any special characters as I was just talking about in any of the groups. We're just going to use a simple word, which the regular expression will treat as it's looking for this exact word. But I made it case insensitive, so the case doesn't matter. So I think it'll still match if we do this right here. Even though this is regular expression in all lowercase, and this up here is regular expressions. So you notice the capital R and capital E. My pattern's still going to match because I put the flag I for case insensitive. So now is what we're going to do. Is what happens right here is this pattern, our regular expression, is going to be stored in a constant, Cody's custom pattern. And right here, I selected the P element with the ID of demo with document.getElementById demo. So now we're going to jump down here and we're going to say Cody's custom pattern dot test. And we're going to say select text and document dot enter HTML property. So what we did is we selected the constant. We gave it. Is what we did right here. Let me start over here. Is this we referenced our pattern that we just created right here, and then we used the dot test method. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Let's rewrite all that. I'm not going to start the video over. Something just happened with my text editor though. So we're going to say Cody's custom pattern dot test. We're going to say text nothing to HTML. How do we back up where we are? This is my pattern, and then we ran the dot test method on it, and we gave it the value to test against the paragraph element, but then we said dot enter HTML property, which is telling it to we want it to select the paragraph element, but we want it to select the text inside the paragraph element. So that's what the dot enter HTML property did. So now we're going to test the pattern, and we're going to add a little bit more to this code. We're going to say, let is it true be assigned to this statement. So now is what this method will dot test method will do is it will return a Boolean value either being true if there is a match on the page, or false if there is not a match on the page. So if my pattern basically does match any text in this P element, it will return true. If not, it will return false, and it will store it in this variable, is it true. So now guys, that's all you really have to know right there, and I'm going to show you how it works on the page. I'm about to open up my browser again and show you. So I want you to just focus on that text right there, and that is the basics. That could be one of the basic syntax for looking for, basically just looking for text in an HTML document. But I'm going to add a little bit more functionality. I don't want to, you can ignore this or not ignore it, but it doesn't have to do with regular expressions as much as it's just going to make it easier for you guys to be able to see the result on the page. So I'm going to add a conditional statement here. And again, this is just more for presentation purposes since you guys are watching me. And we're going to say, is it true? else conditional statement. So now, if my pattern match is true, then I will test to see if it is true with this conditional statement block. And if it is true, this code block will run, and it will say it is true, and it will write that to the HTML document. If it is false, then it goes to the else statement, and it says it is false. And this will help you guys be able to see the results a lot better. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to return true because, again, even though my regular expression doesn't have a capital R or E, I overrid that by putting an I and making it case insensitive over here. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm going to refresh my page here. It is false. Okay, let's take a look at this. So guys, here's our problem right here. I'm used to creating a string. If I'm going to use a string, I normally use the new constructor object, and I just remember that. But just so I don't confuse anybody, instead of looking for the word regular expression, we're going to say this. Let's make it a little bit easier to understand. I can make it find the word regular expression, but I would like to do that with the regular expression constructor object. So I'm going to switch one thing on you real quick, just so we don't have to start over and I don't have to explain to you something besides the literal method. So we're going to stay with the literal method right here. And we're going to use square brackets, and we're going to tell it to look for A to Z characters and capital A to Z characters. So what it's going to do is it's going to return true because this is all word characters right here. So it is going to find word characters. Alright, there it is. It is true. Now, we can change the pattern or the range that we're looking for inside the square brackets, and we can tell it to look for the number 0 through 5 if we want to. And this is going to return false because there is no numbers up here. And again, the reason we didn't decide to look for the keyword regular expressions because I didn't want to confuse you guys, and it would have taken me another 5 or 10 minutes to explain to you why that wasn't matching, so I wanted to go with an easier concept. So let's go ahead and save this document, and now we're looking for the range of the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And if it finds that, any numbers, that it will return true. Obviously, it will return false because we have no numbers here. I'm just kind of showing you how it works for you guys. It is false. Alright guys, that's it for JavaScript Regular Expression Basics. If you keep watching my videos, you guys are going to be an expert at JavaScript Regular Expressions. It may not seem like it yet, and some of this may be confusing to you, but just keep watching my videos, and I'm gonna orderly break down every single part of JavaScript Regular Expressions, and you're gonna be able to look for any word or any pattern match, whether it be numbers, a certain word you're looking for, certain combinations. You're gonna be able to do anything as far as JavaScript Regular Expressions go. And then a little bit later on, I'm going to dive into start making videos on JavaScript arrays, JavaScript objects, JavaScript Boolean values, JavaScript primitive data types, JavaScript most common known errors and error messages. I'm going to go over to JavaScript console. I'm going to go over, we're going to start actually going into Node.js as well. And yes, Node.js. We're going to do a little bit of Express, Ajax. We're going to go into a little bit of all that. I'm actually really starting to get really good with jQuery. I'm not a big fan of jQuery, even though most JavaScript developers are, because I like using vanilla JavaScript. But I've learned that jQuery is faster. But for some reason, like my heart wants it to stay with regular JavaScript. But I know that jQuery can be faster, so I've started to learn it, and I know how to use it perfectly. I don't have all the properties and methods memorized, but I will be going into that.